Today is February 14, 2020, and there's a discussion that when there's election time in Iran, in this coming election, not to vote. So the key point is, what does voting means? According to Immanuel Kant, when people are voting, it means that they're giving their consent to someone be elected to the office and act on behalf of them. But the key point, there's also more into the story. Like, for example, I'm living in Canada, and there are a wide range of political parties in Canada. There are communist parties, there are socialist parties, there are conservative parties, there are the liberal parties in Canada. When political parties are running for office during election time, people go and cast their votes to that political parties. When political parties wins a majority of votes, forms a majority government. And I know there is a minority government too, but I'm just talking very structural way here, and forms a majority government and begins to govern people. But let's look at, and Canada is a constitutional monarchy, and head of the state of Canada is Queen Elizabeth. But let's look at Iran. People are not citizens, people are subject. The head of a state has a title of Ayatollah, means sign of God, and that itself is a blasphemy, because of the unity of God cannot be violated in the faith of Islam. Faith of Islam, the first pillar is unity of God, Tawheed. And there is no political parties. Yes, they have some Islamic parties, which is reflecting the will of the state, not will of people. So at the end of the day, people, they go out vote, not to vote. It means they're voting for a state to govern them, not people. So it is beneficial for them not to vote, really, because why should you give your consent to the state to govern you? Someone who claims to be God. Why do you want to be governed by someone, a human being, who is claiming to be God, really, to be governed by someone like that? It's not even governing. You will be ruled by someone like that. For example, when we have a majority government, there is a parliament, is go through lots of process. There are the lobby group, interest group, who will be shaping those policies that are going through parliament and eventually turns into a law. But in Iran, such a system does not exist. So does it really matters people vote? Not really, because sign of God is going to decide for them. So the system is not democracy. And I would not be voting if I was living in Iran. I would not be voting, because why do I want to vote to someone like that? Why do I want to give my consent, and I'm going to regret it every day that someone is telling me what to do? And really it is so problematic for me to vote in that kind of a system. Thanks.